Hi everyone. So I want to come back on here and talk more about my love life that I had with Alexander Hoffman, who is ACH, of course, of those initials. I was told that ACH got stolen and was put into a company, which was wrong, and I'm like, those are someone's initials, like you don't do that. Um, I just heard about different things, and it's weird. So, I want to go more in depth about the stories. So I want to say happy early Valentine's Day. I want to post this on Valentine's Day truly. So I'm making this video like truly. Oh, it's 1:51 a.m. It's truly Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. So to really kick this off and to really make this do a really good Valentine's Day, I want to go more into my love life with Alexander Hoffman. So when I was young, I didn't really believe in myself. I didn't think I could find love, and no one really really loved me in terms of like the boy I wanted to be with. I never wanted to be with anyone except for like a really nice, like attractive boy. And what it was is that I liked funny guys because they made me laugh. I loved laughing with my friends. And so I remember this is one friend named Vincent from Tamarack Elementary School, and he was in the fifth grade with me, and I loved hearing him laugh. And then there's this boy named Timothy, um, who I knew, I think it was the sixth grade, who's funny too. I love the funny kids. And then I met Alex. Alex was ridiculous. And I'm like, Alex, you amuse me. He was so amusing. The first time I saw Alex, I was a junior. And he reminded me of another friend of mine. And I was like, Jeff? I was like, Jeff? You know, I was like, he reminds me of Jeff. I had a friend named Jeff who was funny. And it was funny because it was kind of like the Akiana thing, where like in art class freshman year, he was in my art class freshman year with a bunch of my friends. We had a big art table all to ourselves. And my friends wanted to sit next to me. They all wanted to sit next to me, but I sat next to different people every day. And Jeff and Stefan, they took the chair one day and they're like, Rachel, they grabbed the chair, like, Rachel, sit next to me. No, sit next to me. Me, no, me, come on, me. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I went on the other side of the table and I think I sat next to Ron. Um, yeah, I have a friend named Ron Brown who is like a yeah, his name is Ron Brown, like the football player Ronnie Brown. Uh, it was really cool. So I heard it's a common name, but you never know. So um I kept seeing Alex walk, you know, around like the cafeteria area when we were um going from class to class. And he was carrying a longboard. He was a longboarder, but he skateboarded before, but he longboarded. And I thought he was this cool kid because it was longboard. And Alex was a cool kid. He thought it was a loser and a loner. He wasn't. You guys think you're losers and loners when you're not. People love you. They do. They secretly see you from afar. And they think, hey, that cool kid. Oh, I like him. I like her. A lot of people will think that about you. You never know who sees you. This is why I say just post whatever you can. You never know what the Holy Spirit's going to do. You never know what God does. Just be you. Don't be someone else. Be you. And that's who Alex was. Alex was himself to me. And sorry guys, I'm yawning because, I didn't go to sleep. I've been up. I'm tired. But thinking about Alex, on this special day makes me want to talk about him. And like the first encounter we had truly face to face was my senior year. I knew he was in my classes because he was in my math class. He was in my Photoshop class. My Adobe class. We learned Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator. First it was Adobe Illustrator, then it was Adobe Photoshop, then it was Adobe Flash. But then it was called Adobe Flash. And I was like, oh, Alex, you know, I was intrigued by him because on Halloween, He wore a Halloween, sorry, tired. But I want to talk about Alex. Alex wore this very intriguing costume. He was like a Mexican Santa. He's trying to be Mexican Santa. I was like, I like your hat. And he's like, thanks. And I'm like, he's like, he turned around and he talks to his friends and he's like, this girl talks to me because she liked my hat. That was the first time. Oh my God. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. He's funny. I like him. I like the funny voice. So I want to talk to him all the time because he was funny. He was stupid funny. I like us who are stupid funny. That's exactly who Alex was. Alex was stupid funny. So stupid, weird, and stupid funny. I like that. I'm a girl that likes stupid funny people. I fall in love with stupid funny people. You're funny. I love you forever. And I want to be with you forever and laugh forever. Because I was so depressed. I was so depressed from studying and being forced to study and being forced to be a perfect soldier. Breaking the Habit was my song, and Breaking the Habit was his song too. It was our song. Breaking the Habit from Linkin Park was our song because he was a druggie who needed to break the habit of drugs. But I was not a druggie on drugs. I was a girl who needed to break the habit of perfection. I needed to break the mentality of perfection from my mindset so that I could not fall into a mindset of dishonor if I ever messed up. But it was hard. It was hard. I was taught that I had to do that, and it was hard. It's like being a druggie, but it's not. You're not a druggie. You're just, you're it's a type of addiction. I was addicted to perfection. Alex was addicted to drugs, but I was addicted to perfection. I was addicted to something, and it's like the same. It's like you got this high from the praise. They're like, "Oh, good job, Rachel." I'm like, "Yay, yay!" And then it's like his high was drugs. My high was like being perfected and perfected, perfected. Saying, "Good job, good job, good job. You're so good at art. You're so good at your grades. You're so good at this. You're so good at that. You're such a good girl." If I ever broke that, I felt like I was a good bad girl. And I had my grandmother, Miss Ann Langer. She yelled at me one time for looking like a dishonor in front of my birth mother. And she said, "Rachel, listen to your mother." And I was like, I cried all the way home from her birthday party because my mom was going to pick me up and her daughter was giving me things for free. And my mother said no. And my mother yelled at me. And I was like, "No, mommy, stop. You're embarrassing me." Because my mother said, "You are ashamed begging for those things." And I'm like, "I'm not begging." And then my grandmother, Miss Langer, was like, "Rachel, listen to your mother." And then when we left, I cried all the way home. And then Miss Langer cried all the way home in her like house. And I never went back to talk to Miss Langer. I never wanted to see her again. And breaking the habit became so dark for me. But it was the story of breaking that habit that was my truth. My truth was I was a dishonor to grandma who loved me forever. And I was not perfect in her eyes. I thought that. And so I cried a lot. And I did everything I could to be honored again. But I never had the courage to go back to her. Never. I heard that she died, went to heaven. And, well, what do I do? In memory of my grandmother, I had to forgive myself. I had to forgive my mother, and I had to move on. It's like a move on soldier, move on. It's okay. Like don't beat yourself up over the past all the time. So Alex hid being a dishonor. Like how I hid how I wanted to kill myself senior year because I was sick of the studying. I was sick of everything. Now, my art didn't really show that too much, but it did show it. And he was like, "Why are you drawing this?" And it's because it was a cry for help. He thought I was giving him a cry for help, and it was. I wanted to talk to him. I loved him. Loving Alex healed my heart because talking to him and having him make me smile and laugh healed me. He was funny. He was caring. Every morning during math class, he would kiss my hand, like a knight, you know, like a knight in shining armor. He was chivalrous. Alex was chivalrous because when we fell in love, we truly respected each other. We were patient with each other. We never argued in terms of like yelling and bickering. We didn't bicker. We argued over the Bible. He was blasphemous. He wanted to. He called them friendly debates. He's like, Rachel, another debate. I'm like, no, no more. Just talk to him about Pokemon. Another debate. And I'm like, no, Alex. And then he's like, it's not a debate. Friendly argument. No, fine, friendly argument. And it's like, okay, okay. And then I'm like, why? And he's like, because I don't know what to do anymore. Alex gave up in life. He wanted to find the answers to life. And I'm like, it's Holy Spirit. Jesus Christ. And he was Jewish. He forgot about God in his life because he got depressed. Alex became depressed. He got on drugs. He didn't know what to do in his life. He got into the wrong crowd. That's what happens when you do drugs. You get in the wrong crowd. And no, you be good. You go to church. You learn from God. The secrets of life are in church. Why are you the way you are? Why were you born a certain way? It's church. This is my church. The Host of Christ Ministry is my church. I gave Alex church at school, and that's what they give you now at BSO, Broward Sheriff's Office. They give you like church. They give you like art, like paper and like pens and like markers and like pencils. I think pens, not pens. And you draw. You get to draw each other. You have fun. Take that toe. Like jail isn't always bad. Jail nowadays at BSO is good because you get your GED. If you dropped out, you can get your GED. My dad told me that you can get your GED at BSO. If you get arrested. If you get arrested, it's like the mental hospital nowadays. The mental hospital's like BSO. I went to the mental hospital 9 times already. 9 times. And I didn't get beat up. I didn't get raped. They tried one time. Last time they tried to rape me. And then I was like, okay, guys, I'm like your trainer. They're like, dun 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 dun. What the And then I'm like, yeah, I train the medical field. And they're like, oh, we're gonna die. And I'm like, yeah, because my dad is #1 at DSO. He's been there since like the 80s. They're like, how old is that man? And I'm like 79. They're like, why is he still working? And I'm like, stuff just because, okay? Like, you don't want to talk about everything. That's exactly what happened with me and Alex. He didn't want to talk about everything, but he did tell me the first time he had sex with a girl, and not intercourse, sex, and he hated it because he's like, I hated my first time. He didn't know how to say it, and he was beating around the bush. And I'm like, just say it. He's like, and I did, and he's like, Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. I'm like, Alex, dear, what? And then I said this, oh, Alex, dear. I forgot exactly what I said, but I said, Alex, dear, when you have sex, it's not spiritual, it's carnal. I said that because sex is supposed to be spiritual. I said it's a soul for exchange in my TikTok. Sex is soul for exchange, okay? Your souls becoming one. You are one in the spirit through your bond. And if that bond is not mutual, it is not sex. It is disappointing love. It is upsetting. That's what I told him. And I'm like, that's not sex. Sex is love making. You did not truly make that woman now? No. No. She don't love you the way I love you. And he broke down and he cried. Home. He cried a lot at home. I was upset at home. He cried at home. I was upset. He cried. Alex was gonna have sex with a girl in the bathroom. at school, and I told him, mm-mm. I said, Alex, she only want one thing from you. I can see it. She all up on you like this. She don't care about you the way I do all the time. I love you. She don't want sex. That's it. Turn around, do your work. Class about to start. Get ready for class. Get your workout. Mrs. White is gonna teach us. You can't even get an A in none of your classes. You think you're smarter than me? And he's like, he was a sophomore who played around too much. He was blasphemous. He was funny but blasphemous at times. He was funny, but sometimes his fun wasn't fun. And I look at him, I'm like, Alex dear. I come, Alex dear. Oh, Alex dear. Oh 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 Alex. Dear. Alex dear. Why? And he's like, Rachel, I gave him my Bible, my little pocket Bible. It was a little orange pocket Bible. And let's see if I can. Nope, I don't got it. Don't got it. So I was like, Alex, dear, I know you got a lot of questions. Read this, and then tomorrow, or the next day, or whatever, give me back the Bible, or keep it and keep reading from it, and come back to me and ask me questions. He's like, okay. I did not know he was gonna burn it. He was gonna burn my Bible. He went around ridiculing the Bible and ridiculing people with the Bible. So that's what I said, Alex did. Come here. I heard what you were doing about my Bible. And he's like, I heard what you're doing. You take my Bible, you argue with people about my Bible? Give it back right now. You don't got permission to give it, to have it no more. Give it now. Now. And he's like, you got plastic in it and shoving in his backpack, all this stuff. And I'm like, you don't even take care of it. So it's just going to be a reflection of me. If we date outside of school, you ain't going to take care of me? And he's like, I love you. All day, every day here. I love you. But do you really love me? He got so upset at himself. He didn't know what to do. He got so depressed. He got worse. So bad to the point he didn't know how to talk to me anymore. Right before I left, I said, Alex, dear, I'm going. Would you want to sign my yearbook? He solemnly came up to me. He took a blue marker, wrote, never heard a mean word in my life. As in, he never heard a cuss word come out of my mouth. Because I don't cuss. Like a sailor, I don't cuss like a sailor, no. Never heard a mean word ever in my life from you. You know, this is a summer rhyme. I loved how you were in my life. I love you too. Amen. I'm like, oh, Alex. And I showed people. And they start talking. And they're like, Alex, you love that girl? Oh, Rachel? Oh, yeah. You kiss her, yeah. He kissed my hand like a night every morning. I love that boy. But I never physically saw him again. I talked to him. He came back in my life and he talked to me over the phone. But he was too shameful because he was framed for marrying a girl who he never truly married because he was forced into that relationship. And there was not a true marriage. He was forced to go to prom with her, forced to smile, forced to put on a show, forced so that Katie Cottrell, betrayer, wouldn't get people to beat me up because she knew people up high who could beat me up. Back then, I didn't know how to fight. I know how to fight now. But problem is, this is why you don't beat people up. You don't know who's attached to the cops who can arrest you. I was touched with the cops. And Alex didn't know that my father was number one at BSO. And I told him, like, what? And I showed him a picture of my father. And he's like, I've seen that man before. Alex did. You have never seen him. He works all day, every day. You have never seen him ever. He's like, yes, I have. Where? He works in the jail. I know he does. You been arrested before? No. I visited a friend who got arrested before. I'm like, you have friends like that? He's like, yeah. And he told me, Rachel, my friends are worse than me. And I'm like, oh, Aleph. I already gotta save you, boy. And I was like that. I was like, oh no, what are you into? You know? And so then he told me he was in the things. No, 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 no. I've seen the things. No, 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 no. I, mm, 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 mm. I'm like, Alex, God, why is this boy? Oh God, why is this? Why is I said those? I was like, why is this boy to this? Why is this boy to that? What in the world is this boy into? He was changing because he loved me. He stopped beating girls up because of me. Hmm. He changed because I love him. Love heals all wounds. The love of Jesus was in me. And I looked at that boy at one moment in time. And then the love of Jesus, the love of God came down. The love of Jesus Christ came rested on me. I became one fully with God's love. I looked at him as he was doing his work. And I said this in my heart, God, if I have to, I will die for that boy the same way you did, Jesus, just to save his soul, so that I would go to hell, he can have heaven. He ain't gonna make it, I don't know what to do. So I prayed for him every single day and every single night. I prayed that he accept Jesus. I was told he accepts Jesus now, which is great. So I come over here I'm just like, well, Alex is I heard it's fine, you know, I just okay. But truly I miss him and I love him. Please, please, I want to end this video and I want to say, please be good to each other. Forgive each other, love each other, respect each other. Read 1 Corinthians 13. Quiz yourself. Are you patient? Are you kind with each other? You know, walk in, truly in the ways of love. Say sorry quickly. Be a giver, not just a receiver. Give, give, give. Okay? I'll see you guys later. I'm tired. Enjoy your Valentine's Day. Bye.